Hello again, I am Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, where business takes shape. And today is Strategic Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about the importance of developing and implementing your action plan. Yogi Berra, all the pearls of wisdom that he shared with us, once said that if you don't know where you're going, you might end up someplace else. And if you don't have a plan in place, and if you don't follow that plan, how the heck do you know where you're going? So today's topic is called Plan the Work and Work the Plan. Why is this important? Well, you have to have a sense of direction. Can you imagine getting on the road without any sense of direction? Google Maps or MapQuest. So it becomes a roadmap for you. It becomes a game plan for you to follow. Now you need to be flexible as you develop your plan and implement, because things change. They might change on a monthly basis or a weekly basis. Who knows? It might even be hourly if you have that kind of product where you're interacting with your customers all the time. It's important to put this down on paper. If you just have it in your head, that's fine, and a lot of people go that direction, but my recommendation is you get it down on paper so you can refer to it. And I recommend that you refer to it often. Sometimes we call it shelfware. You make it and you put it on the shelf and you never refer to it again. So it's important to actually use it as a dynamic tool for the advancement of your business. And then also, if it's written down or an electronic version, you can share it with others. You could share it with other people in your organization so they can see the common direction you're all trying to move together. Now, what are the important ingredients of planning the work and working the plan? Well, first you have to have goals and objectives. You have to have a place you're trying to get to. And so by establishing what those goals and objectives are, then that can be the sort of the foundation for your action plan. Next, you have to have actionable tasks, things for people to do, whether it be yourself or somebody within your organization. What are those things you're going to get done? Next is ownership. Okay, it might be you, or it might again be somebody in your organization, but somebody has to be responsible for making those tasks happen. Next is the timeline, and importantly, the due date. You need to set some point out in time where this has to get done. If not, how do you know? When will it get done? If it's not a priority, then people won't make it a priority. So set that timeline and due date. Next is follow through. You need to go back and find out if in fact due dates have been met, and the accountability. If not, you ask the question, why? And I think it's okay in your organization. You need to ask that of yourself as well as the people that are trying to help you carry out the action plan. And then lastly is the review and the rework, and starting all over again. What went well, what didn't go well, and how do we fix it in the future? By planning the work and working the plan, essentially, you're going to outsmart Yogi Berra, and you're actually going to wind up where you want to go. So develop that plan. Make it a priority. Share it with others so that you have a common direction, and you will get to your final destination. I set out an action plan for the release and the development of Once a Day Marketing. So I planned the work, and now I'm working the plan. I have to make sure that I get you this video every single day. I have to make sure that I'm sharing these videos on the internet to build awareness and so forth. So I am planning the work, I'm working the plan, and I'm constantly revising this, as I talked about. I'm learning something every single day, which I try to then implement in future action that I take. So please, if you can, join us tomorrow for Action Wednesday. I'm Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, and we'll see you next time.